Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to our post-signing day press conference, or Swampcast. We just got out of the press conference, Zach, but it's been a long day, a long few weeks, but they've wrapped up. They've signed and sealed a very good class. It's going to be in the top 3 in the country, and they closed fine today. Tell me about the last few guys they added at the end of the day.
Well, they got Boswick and Reed, both defensive tackles, both guys that they need on the line of scrimmage, with Sharif Floyd leaving early for the draft and Omar Hunter graduating. You know, they already had some tackles in the class, but it was really nice for them to get some more bodies in there. You know, and especially Reed, I think he's an intriguing prospect. He's a JUCO guy, but he has 3 years of eligibility remaining. Yeah. Some feel that he's even better than Darius Cummings and Damian Jacobs, the last 2 JUCO players that they got. And I thought Cummings, you know, is going to be a good player. I thought Jacobs did pretty well last year. So if Reed is as good as advertised, that should bode well for Florida.
Yeah, and he's a big, strong guy, Zach, and he's going to help out right away, as will Cummings. And like we talked yesterday, Boswick was the one guy they really wanted on the last day, and they came through with that. But this is a class where they met their needs: wide receiver, linebacker. Oh yeah, both lines of scrimmage. So Muschamp has to feel good about this.
And I think he did. I mean, I think it was disappointing about what happened with Bauer. I'm sure all Gator fans are aware of it now. You know, he committed to Florida this morning.
Then it leaked a little too soon.
It leaked too soon. It wasn't the media's fault. You guys should understand that. And he decided to change his mind. I'm kind of surprised that he changed the course of his next 4 years because his decision came out early. But I think probably Muschamp feels like if that's how he is, then, you know, to hell with him. We don't really need him.
Well, yeah, Will talked in there about character guys. They're going to pass up on guys that don't have good character. This guy, you have to question his character now. Yeah. He's going to change his whole life for 4 years over one little thing.
And what's funny is LSU wasn't even a
They were not a serious factor, no.
When I called him to say who are you choosing between, he said Auburn and Florida, and I'll pick somebody else as you know, to put on the table. Yeah. And that's what LSU was. I felt like he wasn't going to go to Auburn. You know, why are you committed in having an announcement? And Florida landed him, but things didn't work out. But maybe they happened for the right reason. You know?
Zach, they're fine on the defense line. 7 guys without them. They're fine there. They've got, you know, 4 tackles, 3 ends. I think they met a need there. They filled their needs on the offensive line. And where they really need to hit was wide receiver. They did that with 5. I know they would have liked 6, but 5 is a good number.
Yeah, 5 is a great number. And, you know, like you said, it would have been nice to get James Clark. Meyer came through and stole him late from Florida, but
he hit him with the Harvin. He'll be the next Percy Harvin.
Hey, you know, I was surprised. I mean, he went up to Ohio State all by himself. It was like a blizzard out there when he was in Columbus, and then he comes to Gainesville on his own dime with his parents. But he goes to Ohio State. You know, it was a surprise. You called it.
I called it.
You were one of the first UF people to think he was going there. But going back to the receivers that they have, I mean, DeMarcus Robinson and Ahmad Fulwood are the guys that really jump out. Alvin Bailey as well. Marquay Hawkins is a guy that's probably the most physically impressive out of the whole bunch.
He can be the real sleeper in that group. I mean, he could really be a sleeper.
He hasn't played a lot of the wideout position, but he has all the tools, and he just looks so impressive when you see him in person. And Chris Thompson, you know, Muschamp praised him today. He likes his work ethic. I know when he was going through camp, he was the guy that told that he didn't have to come work out, and he did it anyway. And that was part of the reason why he got offered. And Muschamp likes what he brings to the table. He's going to need some time to develop, but that 4.37 speed is something he's probably licking his chops
Can't coach it. And like he said earlier, he wants guys that want to come in here and compete. Yeah. And he's a kid that's going to do that. He doesn't want guys that are afraid of competition, so they're going to pass on guys that aren't going to want to come here and compete. And like he said, there are going to be more great players coming in next year too. You're always going to be competing here, so get used to that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it is at Florida. That's the way it is at every school of this caliber. You know, the guys that are worried about playing time and whether there's, you know, too many people in the class, or, you know, there's guys, I mean, you don't want guys like that in your locker room. You want guys that are going to go out and play and put it all on the line and not care about if I can start from day one or what promises I'm going to get made to me. And I think for the most part, Florida's got a class full of those kind of kids.
Yeah, definitely. And Zach, you did a great job competing this year in recruiting, giving our readers and watchers a lot of good information, kept them up to date, and we really appreciate that. And so we're going to wrap up a great recruiting class. And Zach, any final words as we sign off here and get ready for next year?
I'm ready for a vacation.
Well, you deserve one. Okay, well, that'll do it for our final recruiting Swampcast here in the Swamp. This is Robbie Andrew and Zach Valverde. Alba Verde will see you soon, I hope.